IO have absolutely butchered this. Hitman 3 just came out on Steam, as a lot of you may well know, and it's came out at full price. Even this, 75 quid, man. I mean, who are you kidding on, man? 80 quid for the trilogy, like 155 pound if you want the lot of it, lads. Get your hands in your pockets, get your money out. Oh man, see, this is why they do this thing where they release the sort of whole trilogy as one game, because they get to come out and say, hey guys, this is new, this is a new thing, so give us all the money. That's just, that's what they want all of the money. But this is ridiculous. I've noticed even just by searching on Steam here, that if you were to go back and instead of buying the new trilogy collection thing, and instead you opted to get Hitman 2 and Hitman 1 or Hitman 2016, they have went up. This is £47.45 for Hitman 2. That's a what? That's 4 years old this year. Okay, it's just over 3 years old. But you know what I mean, it's getting on a little bit. Hitman 2016, where is it? There it is, Game of the Year edition, £42.47. So if you have those games, it activates them inside Hitman 3. I'm assuming it still works that way. I'm hoping that wasn't just like a, if you had them before a certain date, it would activate them in the game. I don't know. Someone will need to correct me on that in the comments. But no, they have messed this up. But people are not happy. The Prime Minister here says it's ironic how there's a DLC based on greed. No man, the people are not having it. We've got guys writing entire paragraphs here. You know, when they're whipping out the paragraphs, they're no happy. But no, they've butchered this guy right away. Game's $30 on Humble Bundle. Go, 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 go. Oh no, that's for the Epic version. Fuck. That was a very short and turbulent tale there. But no, it's disappointing to see, man. Oh, and that's without even getting into the VR. Where's one about the VR? I saw someone talking about it a minute ago. This one here says, by far the worst implementation of VR I have ever seen. It's just a fucking PSVR port. The whole point of VR is to interact with your world physically, and the entire game is just button prompts. Even simple actions such as reloading are button prompts. Can't believe I waited a year for this. Yeah, people are very underwhelmed with the VR. I bought this because of the VR, and well, IOI did some fake advertising here and there. Ooh. Basically, the VR implementation is all wrong. Your virtual hands position and rotation will seldom be the same as your real hands. Even if playing seated, movement is not fluid. It feels as if you were a heavy tank. Press forward, wait half a second, and then you'll start moving. I was really hoping, the way that they talked about it in that video last week was as if they'd sort of did some upgrades to the VR, and they were making a big deal about, like, wow, you get two hands now, which I didn't know you didn't have two hands before, but apparently you got two hands now. But they made a big deal about that as if that opened up a lot of options or something, whatever. But everyone here seems to be just saying that this thing is a piece of shit. It's a bit underwhelming, man. The resolution and graphics on the Index were nice. It has the potential to be a great VR experience, but it looks like the devs didn't have the skill or probably the time to implement some of the basic quality of life modifications for VR. So that's pretty blunt words.
PC VR is looking amazing, and PC players can look forward to experience the world of assassination in a whole new way in year 2.
Wow, IOI has stooped low in this one. I'm a massive fan of the recent Hitman trilogy, with over 1,000 hours in total. I do agree with everyone when you say the game is great, but hopefully I can encourage you not to buy this game and fill their pockets even more. And people are really, really annoyed. Disappointing. This man, he got a refund right away. Thumbs down. 1 hour on it. No. Thumbs down. But overall, yeah, definitely, it's not been good. It's been a little bit bumpy, and that doesn't mean, I'm not even mentioned the arcade Elusive Target thing. Elusive Target Arcade is the right way to say that. And how even that is just a glitchy mess, and also people aren't liking the concept of it. And I've got to say, I kind of do lean to agree with that. I'm going to use some footage just here from a video that I actually posted up on Patreon. The last Hitman video I did, it ended a little abruptly, and there was a little more that I did record. I put it up on the Patreon, just as a wee bonus video thing. But the whole, like, spin on doing the elusive targets, but they are basically escalations. I think it detracts from the elusive targets if you're railroading people into playing the elusive target a specific way. Because a problem that I found, or at least, you know, with a few of the different targets that I did, other than when I was getting booted out into the menu and it said I failed even though I didn't, a problem that I was finding was that instead of it creating a sort of fun way, or at least a fun twist on how to approach doing the mission, I feel like it's just really constricting in a lot of areas. Like, one's like, you can't knock anyone out or else the mission insta-fails and stuff like that. And I like insta-fails as well. I don't feel like insta-fails are a thing that should still exist, especially in a game that's supposed to be as open-ended as Hitman. You're supposed to go out, do the thing you're doing, and then you're sort of evaluated on it at the end. You get your little card that says you got 5 stars or you got 1 star or whatever. And there's no room for that whatsoever if you're just going to chuck in the random prerequisite that you're not allowed to knock someone out, or you're not allowed to kill someone you're not supposed to, or whatever. You're supposed to be graded on that kind of stuff, not instantly failed for that kind of stuff. And what it does is it detracts from the whole experience, because you don't want to experiment, because you might instantly fail the mission if you do. If you deviate from the script. I don't know. I don't know if I would go that far. It's not as bad as like Rockstar's. But in the case of these games, I don't feel like it works at all. And instant fails are just boring. They're shite. Like, I got a fail in the video last week because a guy put a body in a body bag. I got the guy in a way where it would have been considered as an accident, and I actually would have gotten Silent Assassin, but because there was that one rule there that said, oh, you can't let them body bag him, all of a sudden it's a fail. I feel like there are ways that they could put rules in there, but I think they have to be looser than what they're doing at the moment. The insta-fail ones, I think just get away from them right away. They are a bad idea. I don't know if you guys remember this actually, but for like people that have been playing since Hitman 2016, they had the idea very early on in that game with the escalations where they would put laser beams everywhere. Like, do you remember that? Like, there would almost be like a set path that you had to go down to do the mission that you're doing, and if you walked into one of these laser beams you would like explode and die. And that was very similar to this, where it's very constrictive. It doesn't leave room to experiment, it doesn't leave room to do much, and if you take one wrong path you just die and the mission's over. They learned very quickly through feedback, probably on forums and from videos and just generally people giving them the feedback, or maybe just from player numbers of not playing those missions, that people don't like them. I didn't like them. As soon as I think I did one escalation where the laser beams were a thing, and then I learned, okay, these are a bit shit. So then in future, as soon as I saw laser beams, I was out. No, I'm not doing them, because they weren't fun. And I feel like this does the same thing. The Elusive Target Arcade, and structuring it in this way, detracts from the fun. I think it's a cool idea to have a series of targets to kill, but I don't feel like they should constrict the way that you do it. I feel like as well, people were excited for the idea of being able to play any elusive targets you want, whenever you want, kind of thing. And that didn't really turn out to be the way it works. It just kind of spits 3 of them at you at a time, and you have like a selection of ones, but you might not even get to the 3rd one in the mission list because of some arbitrary rule that fails you on the first of the 3 missions. So then you're just left with like, oh shit, well, I didn't get to do that one because I failed. Like, you know, I feel like even if you do fail maybe the first one, you should be allowed to at least attempt the 2nd and 3rd. Like, just chucking you out and saying, nah, that's it, you're done. It doesn't make the game more fun. I don't know, I feel like they've tried to implement the elusive targets in an interesting way. I just don't feel like they've achieved that. And I feel like they should really reevaluate the way that they're going to use and implement the Elusive Target Arcade. So yeah, that was what they were coming out with out of the gate for year 2 of Hitman 3's content. Was this Elusive Target Arcade, which they kind of botched because it doesn't really work as intended, and also the direction that they've taken it, the community don't really like it, at least from what I've seen so far. Leave a comment down below and let me know your thoughts on basically anything that I've covered in today's video. Well, a bit of feedback for how you guys are feeling about all this, because personally I'm a little bit disappointed. I thought they were gonna up their game, but I feel kind of dumb even saying that, because modern gaming is always disappointing as these days, isn't it? Any of my Battlefield guys, or any of you guys out there? Probably not. But if you're there, let me know. I've been kind of peering over the fence at what's going on over there, and it's on fire over there. Way worse than over here, believe me. But all we've got really left is the freelancer mode kind of to look forward to. That was the only other thing really that they announced. The VR seems like it's a bit busted and a bit half-baked, and the prices are too damn high. Like, why is it so expensive all of a sudden? I swear, you probably could have bought Hitman 1 and 2 in the Steam sale like a month ago, or even a few weeks ago, for like a fraction of the price. And then, you know, when Hitman 3 came out, yeah, you would have paid 50 for it, which is still a bit shit. It should probably be at like 30 quid, you know, like probably $40 US or whatever. Like, I feel that's more reasonable. I mean, it has been out for an entire year. But yeah, all added up, it's pretty grim. It's like 155 quid if you want all of the stuff. I mean, this is probably what most of us have paid over the course of the last 5 years, but they want it all up front now if you want all of the stuff. But just to clarify what the problem really is here, because I know this is just a big jumble of shite with both this video and this pricing. But up until a month ago, or even probably a couple weeks ago, like, on sale or even just in general, you could have bought Hitman 2016 and Hitman 2 relatively cheaply. I know you could get 2016 for like less than £10, like easy, and Hitman 2 for probably not even that much more than that. I'm pretty sure I've seen it for like less than £15-20 at one point, like in the sale not too long ago, maybe even like 12 quid. Like, it wasn't expensive, and if you picked it up in those sales, you're laughing. But right now, for people, if they want to jump in and they haven't got any of these games on Steam, all of the prices have been inflated because they've brought out this trilogy, which they're charging a premium for instead of selling at like a base game price. I thought the whole idea was they were trying to make like one big game, and you know, that's the game at the end of the process. This is the full game at full game price. But no, instead it costs even more than that. And because if you own the old games, they work in the new game sort of thing by unlocking those same maps. Because they're so intricately tied to each other, it's inflated the price of those old games because they now work in tandem with Hitman 3 on Steam. So it's really dumb. They should be encouraging more people to play the game. They did this with the sort of free starter packs and stuff, where they gave people little tidbits of the game to play, and you could buy Hitman 1 and 2 at reasonable prices. But now all of a sudden everything's been hiked right up in price again, and I feel like that's just going to drive players down. There's going to be less people wanting to play the game if this is the way it is, and they'll end up just not having any traction on Steam, at least in the short term. People won't play this until it comes down to a reasonable price. So yeah, all in all, IO, you fucked it. Why you do that? Look at his face, he's not very happy about it. Why'd you do that to the man? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll have some more Hitman stuff soon, as well as some other goodies. Goodies, that's not a word I normally say, is it? I don't know. If you're interested, there've been a bunch of videos in the last few weeks on the Patreon, in case you've no checked that out. If you're already an existing subscriber on the Patreon, by the way, make sure to check in over there, just in case you don't have the notifications on or whatever. Make sure to give the page a wee look. There might be some videos waiting for you right there. Working on some content that's going to be coming out on the main channel in the next few weeks over there. We've been doing little bite-sized chunks, and we'll do some more with it later on. Anyway, it's a whole thing. Oh, sorry, I just hit the mic. It's a whole thing. You'll see what I mean in a wee bit. Okay. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little rambling here. Just wanted to have my thoughts be known. All that was really out there from me so far was me just trying out the arcade thing on my own without having seen anything about it beforehand. And I just wanted to articulate kind of my thoughts a bit more. So, yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.